We're just having a little jealous moment here. Tell them where we are.
We're at Wallace of Selma Community College.
In Selma, Alabama.
Yep, and got a good friend, Robbie Bennett. He's the technology director down here. And
the buildings, the technology building, that's what John's over at the college. Health science building. Look at this beautiful fountain. I want this in our backyard.
Yeah, we can swim in there.
I know. Is that not gorgeous? Can I tell y'all how much I love the sound of running water? And John was saying their cafeteria is just, what they've done a complete remodel of the whole campus. And they've put these roofs on all of them so that when you pull up, I mean, this is just 2 buildings we're looking at. The campus just spreads all the way around. But he said the cafeteria is just unreal. You can come out here.
They got a student center in here that is like, it's like a university.
This is so nice. We're gonna be able to see in.
Right there. It's like near there. Sitting out, eating area out here.
So this is the cafeteria and student center?
I don't even know if it's cafeteria. It's like a little grill in here.
Uh-huh.
And then student center, bookstore, and all that's in here.
Well, I'm impressed.
It's pretty nice.
It is nice. When did you came down here to a meeting not too long ago, didn't you?
We had some ERP workshops in here.
Well, everybody doesn't know what an ERP is.
That's an enterprise resource planning program.
Software, okay. It is beautiful. Show y'all this big tree. See the moss on it? You are in the South.
That's truly a mossy oak.
A mossy oak. You can't grow that stuff where we live.
No, it will not survive.
It will not survive. We brought it home before. I remember bringing some home from South Carolina one time and it wouldn't grow. Wallace Community College, Selma. We're proud of our community colleges.
Alabama has a good college system.
We do have a good college system. And look, I said Podunk Town a while ago. I love my little Podunk Town. I'm proud of it. Wish we had more sometimes, but it's okay. Myself, John, and Ashley, we all went through the college system in Alabama. The community college system. And we're proud of it. I would recommend Bevel State Community College to anyone wanting to go to a community college, because I went through as a student. John did, Ashley did, and I know the quality of education that's there, so I'm proud of it. Proud of it. Go Bears, right?
Go Bears.
Go Bears. In downtown Selma, you just pass some historic buildings mixed in with newer buildings. And tell me the name of the bridge, John, so that I don't say it wrong.
Well, I'm pretty sure I'll say it wrong, but I think it's the Edmund Pettmus Bridge.
The Edmund Pettmus Bridge. Historical landmark in Selma, Alabama.
A lot of people come from all over the United States.
They come from all over the world, yeah, to see this. They sure do.
It's kind of the birthplace of civil rights.
It is one of the birth places of civil rights. And they have a small park down here, and I've got that on an older video. I'll link that down below. You can see right here the Selma Voting Rights Monument and Park is there, so I'll link that video below. Guys, this is what you call going in the woods in South Alabama. John's taking me, how far is it down this road?
I think it's about 5 miles.
About 5 miles. I said, we going on a dirt road? He said, yeah, but it's a good dirt road. So this is a lake property that they've been looking at.
It's a river property.
River property, sorry, river property. I was just dreaming it was lake property. Closer to home.
Just them good old boys, never meaning no harm.
Don't you flip me down
They in
here.
trouble with the laws since the day they were born.
My redneck husband's coming out. slip us down here, won't nobody ever find us. I was trying to get a pretty scenic view of the road.
Yeah, it's a country boy on a dirt road. You know what we like to do.
In a pickup truck.
Pickup truck.
Woo-hoo!
Remember last time I got you off on a country road?
Oh my gosh, you got me so stuck in the dirt, in the lake, in a mini pond or something. We had to get pulled out. Oh, I should have walked away then. And the road goes on.
And the road goes on.
And the road goes on. John just informed me that people live down this road.
Yeah, year-round people.
I mean, where does the electricity come in from? He said there is electricity down here, but it must come up the river or
Florida
something.
guy's got 2 houses down here.
Who does?
The guy from Florida's got 2 houses.
The guy from Florida's got 2 houses.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I know this has probably not been more than 5 miles, but it sure does seem like it. We're starting a descent now. Ever so often you'll see really nice gated, or I say nice, there's gated gates put up. John said there's a lot of hunting that goes on down here on this property. I see a fence. By Job, I think there's some houses down here. That is simply, what is that?
See that little new house there?
Oh, how cute. You mean people live all the way down here? That's cray-cray. Is that a house now?
Yeah.
That's not a business?
Yeah, that's a house.
What is all this?
I guess that's part of their business. I don't know what
I think that's a business, isn't it?
No.
What kind of business do you do down here?
Well, they agriculture.
They're agriculture, yeah. Lord, I want you to look. It's like we came into civilization, but getting back and forth to civilization.
See the power lines?
I know, where did the power lines come from all of a sudden? Yeah, I mean, it's just, John said it might have been better before they added all this other stuff to it.
Yeah, it would have been a lot simpler.
Yeah, you got all this up above you that's real, and you could put a top on this. I mean, it is a good covering, though.
Yeah, you park your boat, you can get 2
Yeah.
here and
Well, I have to say that it looks better in person. Now, I don't know what the inside looks like.
Well, we'd have to get Bob to get the key, but I want to take and show you the water out.
Yeah, I want to see the water. Oh, I see a big slide down there. Is there not gators in that water?
Yeah, there's gators.
Well, what you doing with a slide?
A slide? I don't see
Next door, they've got a big slide off into the river. Ooh, what was that? Oh, wow. Wow. This is not bad.
This goes right out to the river.
See that slide out there, guys?
Yep.
Brave souls, I'm here to say. And so this is the pier that goes with it?
This one right here. That one
That
goes
one?
in that house.
Oh, okay.
It's like 50 foot of water frontage.
Wow, this is not bad.
It really
Now,
is.
Sister Sue would come here. Now, I don't know what the inside looks like. If you could make it clean inside, now see, Sister Sue would be sitting out here on this back porch enjoying this pretty view. I'd be sitting down there at the pier.
Oh, you'd be scared down there.
Why? Alligators?
That gator come up there.
Was that gator? What would it do? Gator, get over.
I'm a predator.
You're after the wrong thing.
Be where we'd hang out. See, this was a porch and they took it in.
Yeah.
See, they remodeled it.
Yeah. Well, that's not bad right there.
See, we wouldn't put our furniture. That's where we'd be hanging out. So I'd want to put a fireplace right there.
Well, I have to say, this is a lot better than I thought. I mean, for river property. What, John, his 2 brothers and his sister, and then, of course, all of our mates, we're thinking about going in and buying it all together. Possibly. They love to fish on the Alabama River. And this is the Alabama River. I know. Look, y'all. Look at the moss. The moss. Isn't that beautiful? Walk down here. Let's look at it from the back. Oh, it needs a lot of maintenance there, don't it?
Yeah,
Just a lot of bushes. Say rattlesnakes are bad down here.
Oh, yeah. They killed 7 here last year.
They did?
Yeah.
Well, maybe this is not such a good place for my grandkids.
And the community.
Uh-huh. Oh, I'm so deathly afraid of snakes. But look, they got a swing up under there. Up under their house. That's a nice little place right there. You think they live there all the time? Or just, there's a truck there. Now I'm gonna tell you, if I had some place like this after Christmas, I wouldn't mind coming here unwinding. No cable, nothing down here. Can't be.
Yeah, no, those nails stick up in the
There's
middle.
nails sticking up. You say this water's not real deep?
No. And the only way to the river is through that little gap, that little small gap.
Where the bridge, where the slide is?
Yeah, you go.
So this is a slough.
This is a slough.
We're sure that this deck is gonna hold me up.
Yeah, I've been on this.
Oh, I see the nails sticking up.
Yeah, there's several.
Yeah.
If you were to fall in, just stand up, walk out.
So would you let the kids swim in it though?
No. This is not a swimming area.
Okay. This is fishing, camping.
There's a new cabin over there they built.
It sure is. Way, let me see. Zoom in. Yeah. But some pretty places up through there. Some nice places. A nice gentleman next door came over and brought us the key and let us come in. And so what was going on with this was a woman and a man were remodeling this, and he had a heart attack and passed away. Isn't that sad? So it's nice. I mean, everything's like new in it. And then this is the master. There's 2 small bathrooms, and this is the master. So there would be times there would be, a bunch of guys down here, and there'd be times there would be families, different family members down here. And yeah, that heat is on. That heat needs to be turned around. And so then they added this big den back here is where everybody would hang out. No cable, or anything like that. So, okay, now tell us about this, what this is.
That's 2 natural artesian wells that they've capped off and put the bird baths in them. And they raise their minnows in one, and then the other is just, just aesthetics.
So what's an artesian well?
It's a natural well that just bubbles up out of the ground.
Isn't that amazing?
It runs year round.
That's crazy.
There's several of them around here.
Really? What are those big banana trees that's got behind there? They're just dead for the winter. And those are artesian wells. So we've come around here to the side, and here's the actual river. This is called Elms Bluff. And this is, I guess this is the state side.
Yeah, it's a state campground.
State campground.
It's primitive down here.
Very primitive camping.
Don't have electrical hazard.
But here's the actual river, guys. Pretty big river. The Alabama River. I want y'all to look at these. These grow wild in the woods down here. They're called fan palms. Aren't they beautiful? Yeah. They're everywhere. And I guess you can really see them right now with all the other undergrowth gone. This old cemetery is at the entrance to the road. We're on our way back out.
Yeah, that's some kind of tree monument.
It is. See if we can see.
That's J.B. Moses.
Some kind of memorial, but it's made to look like a tree. Unfortunately, you can't read it any longer. There's no telling. So that one was 1922, born 1882. 84. But that is made to look like a tree. Look at that.
Probably a forestry guy or something.
Might be.
It's called
Wrought iron. So you think there's a little grave in there? Look.
I imagine they would be, because that is fenced off separately. So
I know. Look at the beautiful
grown up in the middle of it.
wrought iron, and then some pieces. It's a shame though that it's not. I guess that's the little gate part over there.
Yeah, that's the gate to go in.
Wow, but I wonder how come the grave's not marked.
Yeah, 'cause that's the
Look
grave
over
that they
here.
dug
Oh
in.
my goodness. And this one's leaning sideways from roots, isn't it?
Yep.
18 Greer Griffith, who departed this life September the 30th, 1853, age 27, 18 months and 1 day. In memory. 27 years old. Somebody was heartbroken to lose a dadgum thing here. Horse and buggy.
Born in Connecticut, died June 1st, 1856. Age about 50 years.
Born in Connecticut.
Francis J. Garnett.
Look at these cedar trees. Look at this thing. Oh, you can go in here. Here's one. And they've got, it's the way they used to do is to stack rocks upon them instead of actually 1850. Somebody's redone that.
Yeah.
Look at this.
Born in Mammoth County, New Jersey, April 27th, 1802.
Don't you know somebody would like a picture of that for their ancestry? Anthony Stoutenborough. Born in Mammoth County, New Jersey, April the 27th, 1802. Died August the 22nd, 1863. Age 61 years, 3 months, and 26 days. Born when? 1795. Less than 30 years after Independence Day. John J. Crewheron?
Crockheron.
Is it?
C-R-O-C. Croc.
Oh, Crockheron. Never even heard of that name. You know what? When the Lord comes back, I'd love to be in a cemetery. I'd love to see the graves. No, I don't mean to be. I mean to be like this. And the graves burst open wide. This, you know, you don't want to hang around cemeteries, but isn't this a beautiful little lot out here? No, when I said the Bible says the dead in Christ shall rise first. I'd love to see my daddy and my sissy, my mama and Papa Rogers and them come up out of that ground. 1856. Oh, he was just 1 year old. Look at the artwork, John. Look at this. Look at that. That's beautiful. Well, pretty little place. If you like cemeteries, I just love history. Alabama Black Belt Nature and Heritage Trail. We've come to a place that's called, what was it, Cahaba?
Yeah.
And it says it was Alabama's first state capital. And we're not real far from Montgomery here, are we, babe?
Mm-mm.
This is the native prairie. So we're going to go into this little visitor center. This looks like it could be a little...
This is the old Cahaba River down here, and it has a lot of Native American
yeah, it said
heritage down here.
Well, it said it had an archaeological... That's easy for you to say. Archaeological. Come on, help a sister. You can't say it either.
Archaeological?
Archaeological. There you go. Y'all look at this church over there. How beautiful. It's gorgeous from the side.
Yeah, so this is the old map. As you can see, the Cahaba River is spelled with a W.
Sure is.
American Indian work. See, that's...
See, and this was the mound system.
And so you said a lot of the Indians that were here previously were before a lot of the tribes were...
Yeah, they were like during the Mississippi period. And out in our park, some signs you'll see with a W, some signs without a W.
Oh,
that just
okay.
kind of gives you an idea of what time period we were talking about.
Wow.
So if it doesn't have a W, it's like post-Civil War.
And so this says 1817, which this is the 200th year of the state of Alabama. So this
Map was before it,
before we became a state.
Look at all the books on Alabama in here. That's awesome. This is actually laid out in blocks. This was actually the old town of Cahaba.
We're on Vine Street.
We're on Vine Street. This was actually a beautiful mansion at one time. John goes fishing down here all the time. Didn't know this history was down here like this. The hole that was once a row. A row of what?
This large hole was dug in 1822 to be the basement beneath Cahaba's first brick store.
Really? Look at that magnolia. Now that, you don't hardly see a magnolia get that tall. Look at that. It is. It's because it grew up instead of out. So yeah, I thought she said these were the columns of that house. Oh, here's another artesian well. Can't believe Hawkeye and Hawk Ears didn't spot that first. Look at that. That's some good clean water right there coming out.
Might be.
Might be.
It might be sulfur water. You can't never know.
Might be sulfur.
No, it's freestone. That's freestone water.
Man.
This is the Cahaba River and this is the Alabama River.
Oh, this is where they intersect.
Yep.
Boy, what a view. What a view. That's beautiful. That's a beautiful thing.
Beautiful thing. You know what I'd like to be doing?
Fishing.
I'd be like to be down there excavating.
Excavating. Ooh, yeah.
The arrowheads.
Oh, man.
Indian artifacts, the way this ground's washing away.
Mm-hmm. I bet you could find some. Boy, it's definitely washing away. Does the water get all the way up here?
No, but it probably, you can see where the water's been just lately.
Uh-huh.
But it's eroding right here. No doubt.
Ooh, what is that? That's a bobcat.
It's a wampus cat.
What's a wampus cat?
It's a Cahaba wampus cat.
Cahaba wampus. That is eroding. And that is tracks. They look fresh.
There's Prince Billy.
Okay, Yankees in Cahaba. A close-up of one of Cochrane's columns. If you're a persistent explorer, you will find some authentic penciling in one of the columns. Brick masons would often paint a thick white line over their mortar joints to make them look more handmade. All right. So this is where the house sit.
Well, that's not the Cochrane columns there, is it?
Well,
that could be the backside right there.
yeah, she said it was a New York merchant.
See, those look fluted there.
I know, but maybe it was underneath. No. A New York merchant, Richard Cochrane, built a magnificent mansion on this spot. The adjacent photograph captured the decay splendor of this house before it burned. So this was already, it's decayed. Look closely at the photograph. Try to identify the columns that survived the fire.
See, it's going to be those. See, there's four right there.
Oh, it is. That's the oh man, that's where the back porch was right there. Look at that. Look at that. So it faced the river. Okay, so you can see the river's right there, and it faced it.
The front porch gave a grand view of two rivers.
The
back wall adjacent to Brick's door.
The Cochranes also invested in a line of ocean-going steamships, so Richard's family was able to escape the southern heat by returning north each summer to take the waters at Saratoga, New York. When his wife died in 1850, Richard was heartbroken. He sold his Cahaba property, freed his slaves, and returned to New York with his 3 little children. Heartache abounds through all generations.
See, he went to Philadelphia and got his bride too, by the way.
Oh, yeah. He traveled north for his Philadelphia bride in 1843 after building this brick home. The front porch had a grand view of 2 rivers. Man, look at that. And look, isn't that a store or something back there?
Probably, yeah.
Look at that.
77 years ago.
Wow, I want to look. So, John, evidently they built the columns in brick and then put fluting over the top of them.
They could have cast it over. Cast over it.
Man, this was the back of the back porch. I mean, it was really a side porch because the front's facing behind me.
So the front faced the 2 rivers.
Yeah. Oh, I thought that's what she said. Isn't that amazing?
You see those those square holes? You know what that is?
Attached to the porch?
Yep. That they had porch beams that come over. You can see there's one down there. So the porch beams come over and those went on up to the 2nd story.
Look at that. Now, that's some stonework right there to get the
stonework.
That is some stonework to get that, because it decreases going up. That is some good stonework. Big column. We do. And we love to get out after having the stomach virus and walk in God's creation and feel like we're alive again. It feels so good. My ribs are still so sore from throwing up. And I stepped on the scales and I think I lost several pounds. So that might have been a good thing. Yeah, this is just... What? They're seeing your crazy Disney World side. I would do that. Oh, good lighting. Good thumbnail. I would do that, but I'd be falling out. A while ago when we walked down to the pier, that river lot, I was like, oh, help a sister up. She's feeling a little weak here. This has been interesting, though. This has been fun. But yeah, this is laid out in quadrants. We're actually in what was the town. I believe there was a store right across the road there. Closing out today, guys, with this. We're at Shalachi, I think I'm saying that right, Creek. This is where John and them usually camp. We're at the state park. It's a really nice area. And look at that beautiful view. He just wanted to come down here and get a map, and we have thoroughly enjoyed this day. This is a state park, and of course it's empty. They got a big pavilion, nice shower house there, play area over here for the kids. Kids ride their bikes. This place is booming in the spring, summer, and fall. Got it all figured out?
Yeah, 11 or 12 are the better ones. You can get to the power to the boat.
Trying to find out the perfect spot in case they come back with a camper. Got somebody down here camping. This is nice too. Just pull right in here and there's the river.
Gotta see which one's got.
Yeah, they may be back down here camping if they don't find them a place. Fishing. They'll start in April for crappie. Anyway, we're fixing to head home. We're 2.5 hours from home.
Yep. See, 15 has got the steps down to your boat over there.
See, 15's got your steps down to your boat over there.
Well, maybe not your boat, but lot 15, you got your.
It really is beautiful down here.
Let me just show you right here.
Oh gosh, okay, hold on. Steps.
And you tie your boat off, and so you got electrical, so you can put your.
Well, how early can you reserve this?
6 months, but people's done filling them up.
Really? We just coming out, and we saw some people on the side of the road when we came down, and there's an ambulance here now, and it looks like there may have been a hunting accident, and oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. I think they're picking that guy up. He's alive, guys. He fell
You said 18 feet.
18 feet's what they said, out of a tree by himself. He crawled out of the woods.
He crawled out.
Crawled out of the woods. So he is a miracle. He's from Florida, Mobile. And they're taking him to Camden, Alabama. The ambulance is, and the helicopter's waiting on him. Isn't that what she said? They're going to airlift him to Mobile. He's got a bad broken leg. So, but thank God, you really don't need to hunt like that alone.
No, well, and the thing about it is, it's kind
He
of
wasn't
like,
no spring chick.
No, I mean, he wasn't real old neither, but the thing about it is, anytime you're hunting alone or you're planning a trip, there is a thing called, it slips my mind, but it's called like your plan or your plotter for the day. You're always supposed to let people know, especially like if you're hiking by yourself or you're going out hunting by yourself.
Well, and then she said about, I mean, I don't know how far he climbed.
Yeah,
There's no telling how far he, crawled out of the woods. But then she said about the time he did, that 2 hunters came upon him. I guess somebody else was going in, and they called down to the camp. So praise God that this could have ended very badly, but he's hurting bad. He's probably jammed and broke. I don't know how he fell, but they said his leg is definitely broken. So anyway, thank God he took care of him. Just wanted to let y'all know.